So yeah, I almost died when I was in a movie theater. And before you ask, no, it wasn't because I was choking on like popcorn or some bullshit like that. I literally had like a life or death like situation inside of a movie theater. If you're new to my channel and you don't know how any of this works, usually I choose like a topic before a video or whatever. This video is a little different because it's not really a topic. It's more of like a story that I have, but usually it's a topic. Basically, I just choose a random topic that I want to talk about like throughout a video. And basically I just play whatever game I'm playing that day, whether it's Cold War or Rocket League or anything like that. And I just talk about the topic. Today's video is going to be a little different because it's not really a topic. It's more of like a story that I have, but I think that this story is so good it didn't really need a topic. I can't do Nuketown again. I've played Nuketown for the past like 5 days in a row. I don't feel like getting slapped in snipers only mosh pit. Okay, we'll just do Hardpoint because it's easy, it's fast. Also, I want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. I know that's not a lot to like a lot of people, but like to me, I just started this like a week and a half ago, and to see that support and like not alone like the 100 subscribers, but in TikTok I literally have over 5.8 thousand followers, and it took me like a week and a half. So I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support, because I mean I'm just starting this shit, so like everything you guys are doing is completely awesome. I thought it was gonna take way longer to get to 100 subscribers. I was prepared to go like 2 to like 3 months to get like 100 subscribers. Like I thought it was gonna be a complete grind. I'm not saying it wasn't a complete grind, but I mean it's just not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Obviously I want to continue to get more and more followers every day, you know what I mean? So let me tell you the story now. I almost died in a movie theater. I literally had like a life or death situation in a movie theater. Let me set the stage though. This is when Joker first came out. So this was quite a long time ago. And if you don't like know like kind of like the mood of like everyone when Joker first came out, it was like really like dark. Joker itself, for those of you who haven't seen, is a horribly dark movie. There's not one part of that movie that isn't dark. It's fucking crazy, right? And I'm pretty sure that this was like, it was like the opening week. I don't know if it was the opening day of Joker, but I know for a fact that it was the opening week. And there was a lot of stuff on the news about people claiming that they were going to shoot up the theaters of Joker and shit. I don't usually take that shit very seriously, or maybe as serious as I should. I kind of just brush it off as like some bullshit claims that people weren't actually going to do shit and whatever. I probably should have taken it way more fucking seriously. So that's why I decided to go like opening week, even though a lot of people were like against it and shit. I really thought that nothing was going to happen, especially because I live in Burbank, and I mean like who the fuck is going to shoot up a Burbank fucking AMC? It never happens. First off, I wanted to see this movie so fucking bad for like the longest fucking time too, and so I was like, fuck it, I don't really care. I'm just gonna watch this movie right fucking now. Like I want to. I end up going to the theater with my dad, and I literally went to the AMC I always go to. Me and my dad go to the theater and we start watching this movie. First off, as I'm watching this movie, the feeling in the theater was already so dark just because of the movie itself, right? If you've never seen Joker, that movie is fucking dark. Like there's not a single part in that movie that made me feel happy whatsoever. Nothing was really out of the ordinary or anything, right? We sat down like we always do, because me and my dad go and see movies all the fucking time. Like we both love movies a lot. We started watching the movie. I'm pretty sure Joker's like a 2-hour and like 20-minute movie or something like that. And for the first hour and like 15, the movie went perfectly fine. I mean, not perfectly fine. The movie was dark as fuck. Like, something about the Joker that freaked me the fuck out was when you see someone die in a movie, you don't usually feel for them or anything like that. But when someone died in Joker, like when there was a death in that movie, I literally felt someone that I loved died. But when Joker first killed a person in that movie, it felt like I witnessed a murder right in front of me. But anyways, so we're watching this movie and nothing's really out of the ordinary. And then I would say like an hour and like 40 minutes in, shit started to get really weird. So I look over to my right and there's this guy standing in like, you know, like in a movie theater, like there's like an entrance to the seat. This guy was standing there. I really thought nothing of it. I thought this guy was like, it was a good scene or whatever. And the guy just didn't want to go to the bathroom yet, but he just wanted to see a little bit more of the movie before he went to the bathroom. And then like 20 minutes go by and this guy's still standing there, right? But when I look at him again this time, he's no longer just standing there. He also has something around his shoulder. It kind of looks like a duffel bag almost. So that kind of startles me like a little bit. I'm not too freaked out because the odds of someone shooting up my theater are so fucking low. What's the point of being scared? Probably not gonna happen. And so we're now like an hour and like 40 minutes into the movie. So I wait another 10-ish minutes, right? I'm starting to get a little anxious now because he's still fucking there, but not too bad to the point where I'm like freaking out. And so I'm in the front, like the front row, and there's like a lot of seats that are actually empty next to me. And so the guy comes out from the entranceway with his duffel bag and he sits, I would say 3 seats away from me. Now I'm starting to get a little anxious. I'm starting to think, what can I do to make this situation like a little better? So I start thinking about it and I come to the conclusion, because the movie at this point has like probably like 30 minutes to go, and I come to the conclusion I just want to see what the fuck is up. If there's anything everything in that duffel bag. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't like, you know, fucking guns in that duffel bag or some shit like that, right? I decide, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk over, and I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and check everything out and make sure the situation is okay. And so I get up and I start to move closer to him to like leave the theater, right? And as I'm leaving, I pass by him, but the weirdest fucking thing happened. Instead of just putting his feet up like normal people, the first thing he did when I went over to him was move his duffel bag out of the way. And I mean, he moved that shit fucking fast. He looked at me, saw me, grabbed the duffel bag, cradled that shit like it was a baby or some shit. Now I'm starting to get really fucking anxious and shit. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, there's something in that fucking duffel bag that he does not want me to see, and he does not want anyone in the audience to see. And so now I start freaking out a little bit. I didn't even have to go to the bathroom. I just went to the bathroom to see like what the fuck was going on. So I kind of just stand outside the theater and think about like my situation. At this point, I'm pretty convinced that there's something in that duffel bag and that it might be a gun. And there's a possibility that he shoots up this theater, right? Because there was a lot of talk about people shooting up Joker theaters. And so at this point, I just start weighing out my options, right? There's like 3 things on my mind, okay? Number 1, this guy is gonna shoot up the theater. I kind of don't want to go back into the fucking thing and die. Like, what if this guy actually does shoot up the theater and like I go in there and he fucking shoots me? Number 2, my dad's in that theater and like I don't want to just like leave that theater and like have this guy kill my fucking dad. And number 3, and the most important option on my mind was, fuck, this movie is really good and I want to keep watching it. All these things are going through my head and I decide, you know what? Come on. You really think someone's gonna shoot up the theater? Guy's probably just a weird fucking guy. Like there's something wrong with him or something. And he's not actually gonna shoot up the fucking theater. And so I tell myself and I decide I'm gonna go in the theater. And so I go in the theater. I go in the same way I came out. And I have to go through this guy to get back to my seat, obviously. I kind of caught him off guard. And the first thing he did was go right into that fucking duffel bag. He like protected that duffel bag like it was his fucking child. I'm freaked the fuck out now. Cause like one time is like, maybe it's just like something like he was weird and shit. The second time, there's something in this fucking duffel bag. Maybe it's drugs or some shit. There's like a high possibility that it could be a gun. And you know, in the back of my head, I kind of wanted to just turn to my dad and be like, hey dad, let's leave this theater. We can watch Joker another time. Like we can watch Joker like literally next week or something. But I didn't. I kind of just brushed everything off and I was like, this guy is just a weird guy. And so I'm starting to like take more notes and like notice this guy more and more. As the movie's coming to a close, I just kept looking at this guy more frequently and more frequently and more often. In the final scene of the Joker, there's like a long black screen afterwards, right? I don't know, maybe it's not actually long, maybe I just thought the moment was really long, but anyways, right? At the very end of the movie, the screen cuts to black and everyone is clapping, right? And I can hear everyone clapping. And in the theater, it was pitch black. I couldn't see my dad to my left. I couldn't see like my hands in front of my fucking face. Like it was completely pitch black. And to me, that lasted a long time. But what I tried to do was like everyone in the theater was clapping at the end of the movie, right? The guy next to me, the weird like sussed out fucking guy, was clapping too. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just listening and I'm trying to like tune into his clapping and make sure that he's still clapping and that he's not gonna go reach into that duffel bag. And I'm just trying to listen for that. I'm listening for that, and all of a sudden I hear a zipper, like a zipper zip, like the thing on his duffel bag like zip, and I could distinctly hear it. And keep in mind, the screen is still pitch black, like I can't see anything, but I could just hear that zipper. All I think about at this moment was, what the fuck am I gonna do? This guy is 3 seats away from me, right? If he wants to pull out a gun and shoot me, I'm fucked. I'm dead. There's no chance that I'm going to be able to survive that shit. I'm not going to have enough time to run away from this guy. I'm thinking about what I can do, and running is not an option. Obviously, freezing up and not doing anything is not an option either. What I come to and the conclusion that I make is because I can't run away from the shit, the best option I have is when I heard that zipper is to go straight at this fucking guy and make sure that this fucking guy isn't going to shoot up an entire theater. I don't really know what I was thinking, to be honest. I didn't really know if I was thinking that I'm fucking John Wick and I'm gonna fucking like kill this guy with my bare fucking hands or some shit. My game plan was, if I see him, he has like a gun in his hand, first off, get the gun out of his hand and then try to put this guy somehow in like a choke, like a guillotine or like a rear naked or some shit like that. But I mean, like, I'm not John Wick. I'm literally a scrawny fucking white kid. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do shit against this fucking guy. If he has a fucking gun, I'm dead. I mean, I'm stupid. I completely forgot to mention what this guy looked like. This guy was a lot bigger than me. I'm taller than this fucking guy, but he's a lot more muscular than I am. So if this guy has a gun, I'm literally fucking dead. I go through my options and I decide that's the best option. The best option is to just go at this guy as soon as I heard that zipper, and go at this guy and just hope that somehow I can knock away whatever fucking gun he has and try to get this guy in like a choke or some bullshit like that. So back to like the whole black screen shit. As soon as I heard that zipper undo, I got up, went as fast as I possibly could right in front of that guy. Like, me and this guy are literally face to face. Like, obviously I couldn't really see anything in the fucking theater. I assumed we were like face to face, right? To me, this whole thing felt like 10 seconds. I'm sure it was probably like 3 or like 2 seconds max. But I get in this fucking guy's face, the lights turn on, I see this guy, and he has his hand straight into the duffel bag. He has his hand straight into the fucking duffel bag, looking down at the fucking duffel bag. And I think that this guy couldn't see what the fuck was happening either, and couldn't see shit. And I think he was waiting for the lights to turn on too. I'm looking at this guy, literally staring right into his fucking duffel bag with his hand in his fucking duffel bag. And he notices that I'm staring at him, right? And he looks at me and immediately throws the duffel bag like on the floor. And now I'm 100% convinced that there was a gun, that there's a fucking gun in here, right? Like, I'm 100% convinced. I don't want to like aggravate this situation more, and I don't want to like make this guy even more nervous to the point where he thinks that there's no other option but to like start fucking shooting people. So I look at my dad and we booked it. We fucking booked it out of that fucking theater. For a while there, I thought I was gonna die. Like, I thought that possibly could have been it. AMC, how the fuck are you gonna let some random person into your fucking theater with a fucking duffel bag? Like, especially when there was shooting threats and people were literally like threatening to shoot up the theaters in Joker, and you're gonna let someone walk in with a fucking duffel bag? Like, come on. When I finally got out of there, like, I talked to my dad about it, and like, looking back on it now, I'm 100% sure that there was a gun in there. I'm 100% sure that that guy woke up thinking, I'm gonna go to this fucking theater and I'm gonna shoot up this theater. I mean, I guess I was just lucky. He just didn't have the balls to do it, or his conscience came in or something. I don't know, but I mean, thank fucking God, even though I don't believe in God, but thank fucking God that didn't happen. Because if that happened, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here talking today. I'd be fucking dead. I mean, I've come close to dying like a couple times in my life, but I guess the most adrenaline I've ever had in my entire life was at that moment. I felt like if you put fucking John Wick in front of me, like, I would have beat Keanu Reeves' fucking ass. I'm literally a scrawny fucking white kid, and there was so much fucking adrenaline pumping through my veins. I literally thought that I could have taken down Conor McGregor, John Wick, John Jones, all at the fucking same time with one arm tied behind my fucking back. That's how much adrenaline I had. It was very close. I could have easily died that day. I know this video wasn't like as funny as my other videos, or like as like random as my other videos, because usually in my other videos I'm just talking about like completely random shit, like why people in Florida are so fucking comfortable around alligators. But today was a little more like, I don't want to say serious, because like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I look back on this and I kind of laugh at it, because like, how fucking stupid was I to say that, damn, I really want to watch this movie. I'm gonna put myself in like a life-threatening situation to watch the end of this fucking movie. I should have been out of there in like a half a second. I mean, I just think this is a great fucking story, and I think like a lot of people should like listen to this story. I promise the next video is not going to be as dark as this, and it's going to be way fucking lighter. And again, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I mean, that shit means a lot to me, and especially the 5.8k on TikTok. That's fucking crazy. Like, in a week and a half, I got 5.8k on TikTok. That is fucking crazy. Thank you guys so much. That's about it for the video, so see you guys in the next one.